Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to give a try at removing some paint off of some old registers. Had some old registers come off of a house that was being renovated, and we want to make them try to look new, and they have multiple coats of paint on it. So, let's go. So, here are the two registers that we're going to work on. And I have an old pot here that I don't use for anything else but this kind of work. We have baking soda, some oven mitts, and some Scotch-Brite. So let's start with the prep. I'm gonna put about 6 inches of hot water into the pot. So this takes a little bit of time. I put maybe 4 pitchers in, 5 pitchers. Okay, so here's our second pitcher of water, hot water. I think maybe just one more will do the trick. Okay, here's the final pitcher of water. We'll dump that in. Oh yeah. Baking soda. That's the only 2 ingredients we'll be using today. So, well, there's maybe a cup worth of baking soda there. And let's turn the fire on. Okay, now we'll wait for this mixture to come to a boil. Well, it looks like our water is starting to boil. So let's grab one of these and drop her on in. And let's see if I can move it around and get it totally submerged. Maybe not. Most of the way. Okay, so it's in the pot now. It is 9:49 a.m. Come back in 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, 9:59. And we're boiling away here. And as you can see, our paint is starting to come off. So let's give her another 10 minutes. So I already have a piece of Scotch-Brite in the sink, and it's 10:08. I think that's close enough to 20 minutes. So we'll tilt it up. Now I'm going to drag it over to the sink, and I'll start the video again once I get there. So I used Scotch-Brite. We'll do this with one hand. As you can see, it comes right off. Most everything is off. Still got a little bit of work to do. But I put another one in the pot, and I've only been messing with this one for exactly 10 minutes. So a little bit more scrubbing. We'll see how that comes out. Then I'll pull the other one out. The other one is right there cooking. You can see the paint just coming up. Before I take it over to the sink, I spent a lot of money on paint removers, gels, liquids, sprays. Who would have thought that just hot water and baking soda would have done this? So, I'm going to hit it with some Scotch-Brite, and we'll see how the final product turns out. But as you can see, I'm impressed. So So before it starts boiling too much, oops, I decided to put a little bit more water in there. So maybe we can get the whole thing submerged and I don't have to flip it. So now the whole thing's underwater. But as you can see on the fins, the paint is starting to lift off. I know it's hard to tell with the steam, but if you try this, watch out, because I don't know if it's the paint mixing with the water and baking soda, but it seems to get real frothy. And as you can see, came over the pot and I made a mess in my kitchen that I had to clean up. So I'll just turn the heat down just a little bit and had it up a little bit too high on this one. Let's see what this one looks like. Turn the heat all the way down. Look at it bubbling off. Still working on it. It's going to take a little bit of time to get this off, but I mean, it's all loose. It's just a matter of picking it out. So we're all cleaned up here. I'm going to put some Rust-Oleum paint and primer on this to start out. I'm going to use appliance epoxy. But I want to make sure there's some good primer on here, and also the appliance epoxy is kind of expensive, so instead of double coating that, I'll put a coat of primer on it. All the fins make it a little tough. I'm hoping she holds on really well. Sticks good. I think she should be fine. Okay, it's the first rough coat. Next one, still have to flip it over and do the other side. So I have another can of this primer. I'll do the other side. I have 11 registers, so a lot to do. Well, it's a sunny day here in Pasadena, so we're gonna work on putting some white on top of this antique white. And appliance epoxy. I've already done most of them. These are like the last two that I have left. So here, nice long strokes, going past the end so we don't build up any puddles. Edges. So there we go. Next video, tomorrow, I'll be putting a lot of these in. See you then. Okay, this is Master Craftsman Mark Jr. putting the very last one in. Sorry I didn't take a video of the other ones, but that's the last one. That's what the finish looks like.